Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk to you about the new Colourpop single eyeshadows that have come out. You may have seen my first impressions a little while ago on my channel, and since then I have been using them and testing them to see what my opinions are and how they compare to other eyeshadows in the market. So today in this video we're gonna swatch them. We're gonna see how to create this empty palette with space for 10 shadows, starting from their 4 eyeshadow pan empty palettes, and I'm gonna show you a tutorial step by step on how I did it, and swatch each of the shadows that I have so far. I am also wearing these eyeshadows today on the eyes. I am wearing Millie all over the lid, crisscross in the crease, and take it slow on the inner corner, together with a few others. So let's start with the review, shall we? So Colourpop has ventured in the pressed eyeshadow market, let's say, with the launch of over 20 eyeshadows a few weeks ago. And I think it was quite a shock for a lot of people. They called it their greatest launch to date, and it was quite impressive, I must say. Their shadow range is very big. There are some colors that are missing, but we have seen sneak peeks that are coming up soon. So I am expecting Colourpop to keep releasing every other week new shades, so I am sure that from the side of the colors we will not be disappointed. So let's take a look at these eyeshadows, shall we? They come packaged in this cute little white cardboard with a plastic insert inside in which your eyeshadow is housed. So this is how a pressed eyeshadow looks like, and it is exactly the same size as Makeup Geek, MAC. The Morphe single shadows are this size as well, and it's a classic 26mm pan. Each eyeshadow contains 1 gram of product and retails for $5. Compared to other eyeshadows out there, it is not the cheapest that you can get. MAC sells eyeshadows that contain 1.5 grams of product for $6 if you're in the US, in a refill pan like this. And Makeup Geek eyeshadows contain 1.8 grams of product, also for a retail price of $6. So the Colourpop are not the cheapest out there, but the price is still very inviting, as their usual eyeshadow prices are. And it's rare to hit pan anyways. It will take you a long time, even if you have less product. Now, they come in 2 finishes, a shimmery finish and a matte finish. However, I have found quite some differences in the quality of these eyeshadows depending on the shades. To show you an example, I only have 2 of their shimmer shades. This one, which is called Take 2, and this one, which is Millie. This one was their special limited edition release for reaching 1 million followers on Facebook, and it was for free with any purchase above $10. So Take It Slow is a normal shimmery shadow, not particularly metallic, and with the normal performance. Whereas Millie here is an amazing foiled eyeshadow with a lot more high sheen, and it reminds me a lot of the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. You can see the difference in the swatches here. This is Take It Slow and this is Millie. The difference in the pigmentation and the quality of these eyeshadows is clear to me, and I am hoping all of their new eyeshadows will come in this Millie formula. Colourpop is known to be a brand that releases product and then keeps working on the formula and tweaking it as they receive feedback from their customers. So I can imagine that Millie is already quite a step up from the first initial formula that they have released. And you can see it on my eyes as well. It has beautiful, beautiful shine. A similar situation I have seen with the matte eyeshadows. Here are a few to show you. These lighter ones have quite normal pigmentation, whereas this darker shade that is crisscross, as well as another one that you will see in the swatches later on in this video, are much more pigmented than the other mattes. And I'll swatch them here. You can see this is a regular and this is crisscross. And the pigmentation really is different, as well as the color payoff and the blendability changes as well. I actually find that the less pigmented mattes are easier to work with than the more pigmented mattes. And the less pigmented mattes also have less fallout than the more pigmented mattes. As I mentioned in my first impressions, I heard that people were comparing the formula of the Colourpop matte eyeshadows to that of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I must say that when I am looking at crisscross right here, you can see there is a little bit of kick up just from me placing my finger in it to swatch it, and it is even more when you use a brush. Not as bad as the Modern Renaissance, because that I actually found a bit annoying, but definitely more than Makeup Geek eyeshadow, let's say. Keeping these considerations in mind, I can still say these Colourpop Pressed Eyeshadows have really surprised me. I was ready not to like them. I am very picky with my single eyeshadows. I own a lot of them from different brands, but these have really surprised me. I am really happy with the quality of the mattes and with Millie. Not so much with the light champagne color, but you saw that before. And I definitely recommend you picking some up. I didn't get the cool tone purple and the blues, which I have heard have a few issues. Now let's get into seeing how I achieved this little palette and the swatches of each eyeshadow. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I have here the Low-Key palette from Colourpop, and you can see it has these nice spaces for the eyeshadows and the plastic on top. And my idea is now to remove this silver part and leave the magnet underneath to use as a palette for all of my eyeshadows. So I will remove now these ones. And you can see I have the empty palette now here. I am going to start by taking a spatula and running it underneath the insert and gently lifting the glue. You can really feel where there is glue, and when there is no glue it will be very much softer and easier to lift. And from the side here you can see it lifts. However, I've seen plenty of people who have the problem that if then you pull now here, everything will come off from the bottom of the palette. So what you really want to make sure is that you unglue. So now here you can feel there's a lot of glue. You release the glue before you start pulling. And here it is now. From then on, it's just a matter of pushing down the magnet with your finger and lifting the insert. Very gently so that you don't pull the magnet off from the base of the palette. And this is the insert that has been removed and can go. And you are left with a palette that is now here magnetic and has a little bit of these tape size. And you can just peel them off with your nails or a knife. Okay, and a few minutes later I removed all of the excess sticky tape that was in there, and I think this is fine already. However, if you want to remove the what is left on here, I would suggest you take some isopropyl alcohol, just rubbing alcohol is fine, and a little cotton swab, and this will dissolve, hopefully, the glue from the palette and clean everything up. I use rubbing alcohol to clean my Z palettes as well from just the eyeshadows. There we go. And here is the clean palette. I can now put inside my eyeshadows. And while I'm here, I'm also going to show you how these eyeshadows come packaged. This is a very cute cardboard packaging that you open, or rip in my case, oops. You slide them out and they come in this nice plastic bit. I showed you, I think, already in my first impressions, but you open it, it clicks, you can put the eyeshadow and pop it in the palette, just like that. And now I want to shift it because of, you know, order. And here we go. You can see there's quite a lot of space still, so I will add the other eyeshadows that I have in this palette, that are my more pinky eyeshadows. And here is the completed palette. You can see it fits easily 10 eyeshadows compared to the original packaging that could only fit 4 eyeshadows. So I think it's quite a successful little project to do. Of course, you can otherwise choose to put your eyeshadows in a Z palette like this, and that will fit much more, of course. But since these palettes came for free with the eyeshadows, I thought it would be nice to use them for the Colourpop eyeshadows. I quite like them, and I think it might be quite nice to travel as well. They seem to be sturdy enough, for sure. They're quite heavy, and they close very well. They don't fall. The eyeshadows, the magnets here are also very good, and the shadows will not fall. So yeah, there you go, a little DIY to make your own Colourpop eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna start with the shades included in the Low Key palette, and this is the first one. This is the shade Take It Slow. It's a metallic, warm champagne. The next shade is I Owe You, and this is a matte mid-tone orange. The next shade in the Low Key palette is Running Late, and this is a matte creamy orange. Quite a peachy shade, I would say. And the last shade in the Low Key palette, and my favorite one, is Crisscross, which is a matte brick orange, and it has incredible pigmentation. You can see compared to the others, one swipe and it goes on amazing. So this is the Low Key palette. Moving on to the other eyeshadows in my collection. This is Paper Tiger, and Paper Tiger is a matte mustard shade. Next is Wait For It, and this is a matte hot peach. I love this shade, and I used it in the look you saw in the first impressions video. It's a beautiful, beautiful transition shade, or even all over the lid shade. Next up in the same color family is Making Moves, and this is a hot coral matte shade. I did get mostly matte because I prefer the texture in general, and I have a lot of shimmery shades already in my collection. So you'll see mostly mattes in this one. Keeping in the same color family, this is Stay Golden. And Stay Golden is a beautiful matte raspberry shade. Also, you can see how pigmented this is, just as much as Crisscross. I really think they did a great job with these eyeshadows. The texture is beautiful. The next shade I want to show you is Get Out. This is, if I'm correct, part of the High Maintenance palette. And it is a matte cool cranberry shade. The next shade is Cute Alert. And this is also part of the High Maintenance palette, and it's a matte deep burgundy. I would say this has quite some cool undertones to it. We are reaching the end. This is Popular Demand, and this is a matte red brown. It's very, very soft to the touch, I must say. I really like the way these feel when swatched. And last but not least, this is Millie, the eyeshadow Colourpop released for reaching 1 million followers on Facebook, and it's a beautiful shimmery shade. Millie is described as a metallic, intense penny copper, and it definitely is. Look at how pigmented that is. And those were the swatches and the review on the Colourpop Pressed Eyeshadows. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!